Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Drina once again. I have a quick message for you. I pray that God will season my words with grace and that the message will be received. If this message is not for you, please share it with someone that you feel that could benefit from it, or save it and watch it later. You have the functionality to do that on YouTube.
I know you got a story.
The title of this video is When the King Meets the Queen. So I'm talking to the queens. Before I reiterated that being a queen is a mentality. It is not your outward adornment. That's just one of the key factors of a queen. When you think about a queen, you automatically think about a king. When the king meets the queen, he knows she is a queen. When the queen meets her king, she knows he is a king. Listen, ladies, a lot of times we are not aware of the queen mentality that is already in us, and the reason why is because of outward influences. What do I mean by that? Outward influences. I'm talking about insecurities. Insecurities. There are two ways that insecurities come upon us. It is either someone else put those insecurities in us, perhaps as a child or even as an adult. Or it could be insecurities that we put on ourselves. I did a video yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I spoke on not being so hard on yourself. Before your king can recognize you as the queen that you are, it's not going to be until you rid yourself of your insecurities. A queen is never insecure. So you're going to have to rid yourself of the insecurities. I would implore you and I would challenge you to get some writing utensils, get a blank sheet of paper, and write down every single thing that you feel that you are insecure about. And then next to each one of those items, one of those things, I want you to write down if it was something that someone else put on you, or if it was something that you put on yourself. I'll give you an example. I was insecure. This might sound funny, but I was insecure about my feet. I was always teased about my feet. I have my big toe. It looks like a whole person. Seriously though, it looks like a person. So as I'm gonna say as a teenager or possibly a preteen, I never tripped off of it until someone teased me about it when I had on a pair of sandals. And I don't think they really meant any harm. It was just like, look at that, look at your feet, oh my god, look at your big toe. Like, it was like super funny to them, and I probably laughed and played it off or whatever. But here I am, dang near 50 years old, and I can still remember. I don't remember exactly what they said or exactly what they did, but I'll never forget how it made me feel. And so I always had this insecurity about my feet. But that's not something that I put on myself. That was something that other people put on me. I had no control over the feet that I was born with. Like, why was my big toe like super big? So started going to the nail shop and getting pedicures. And I began to embrace my feet and my big toe, to the point where I would even get a false toenail put on my big toe and have it, get the designs and all of that, and then I would wear my sandals with confidence, knowing that although my big toe is like super big, my feet are clean, they are pedicured, and they look good. So that's just one example of an insecurity that someone else put on me, because I never had even tripped off of it, right? So I want you to do that. I want you to write down everything that you're insecure about, and then next to it, write down if it was something that someone else put on you or something that you put on yourself. And you address them. You address them one by one. If it's something that you can't... Why am I always playing with my hair? I know Curtis said that just irritates him when he sees people, when women go, when they're live or doing videos, they're always playing with their hair. I told him, well, we are recording ourselves and we're looking at ourselves and we're seeing things and we're fixing them. It's almost like we're looking in the mirror. So anyway, back on subject, back on topic. Once you address your insecurities and you do something about them, and they are things that are within your control, because some things are like not within your control. You have to learn to focus on what you can control. Anything that you can't control, then you're just gonna have to give that to God and let God deal with that. And you just roll with it. Some things we just have to embrace. It's just who we are. There's nothing we can do about it except for love ourselves, inward and outward. So once you address your insecurities and you're able to rid yourself of the lies that the enemy tried to convince you of, one by one, cross them off the list. And then you'll get to the point where your insecurities, you won't be insecure about them anymore. You're going to either change them, embrace them, do something about it if you can, and if not, learn how to say so what. But once you address your insecurities and then you become very secure within yourself and about yourself, then your king will be able to see you. When you are holding on to insecurities that are on the inside of you, let me tell you, what's inside of you is going to come out of you. Comes out of you is going to be around you. So you could carry an aura about yourself and wonder, why in the world is this man or these men or these fellas just not even giving me a second look, or just giving me the time of the day? Or you've been in a relationship for over a year and he's not talking nothing about marriage. He's not talking about engagement. He's not talking about a promise ring or anything like that. You know why? He can't see you. He can't see your worth. He can't see your worth because you can't see your worth. And you're not going to be able to see your worth until you are secure, until you are solid in who you are. So once you do that, my dear kings and queens, once you do that and you meet your king, he will be able to see you. But that is the message that was on my heart today. And before I clicked record, I prayed that God would season my words with grace and that he would give me the words and communicate them effectively, and to articulate myself effectively, and that the message would resonate resonate and will resonate with someone if it's just one person. Because I know what it feels like to be looked over, to be trampled over, to be misused, abused, unappreciated, when I knew deep down inside, I knew what my worth was, and I know what my worth is. And as we get older, there are certain things that we're going to tolerate, and there's certain things that we're just not going to tolerate, because we just not with the foolishness. Like, you know, the pickings get slim. So when the king meets the queen, he will know she is a queen, because she is solid and she is secure in who she is, inside and out. I love you all. You have a blessed day on purpose. It's Drina from Drina's Haven 916 and Alternative Life Solutions. I love you and have a blessed day on purpose. Another thing, if you need assistance with writing down your insecurities, I am available to you. You can reach out to me at thomasadrina@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Drina's_Haven_916 and send me a friend request or a message, and then I think I have to accept it if we don't follow one another. And I am more than willing to take time out with you to go over things that you are insecure about.
I know you got a story and you just don't want to